Hello, welcome to the Video Voters Guide. My name is Amy. I'm a volunteer with the League of Women Voters, and we're here today to do some interviews with legislative candidates for the state of Oregon. I have with me Roberta Phillip-Robbins, and we're going to be asking her a few questions so you as voters can be more informed. So let's start with your background. What made you decide to run for this office?
Sure. Well, thank you, Amy, for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to chat. When the seat opened up, I really thought long and hard about what I would want someone representing me from my district to embody. And I really wanted to believe that that person had a fire in their belly for social justice and saw inequity and had to act. And I wanted to believe that they understood what working families in our district really were going through, that folks are struggling to work to survive, to make ends meet. Forget thriving and owning a home and enjoying all of the rich benefits of life. That, I think, should be our goal for working families. And I realized the more I thought about, my husband and I talked about who that person should be, the more we realized that I needed to step up this time so that it should be me.
Thank you. So tell us about the neighborhoods in your district and what might be some of the issues that those constituents are concerned about.
Sure. So House District 43 is north and northeast Portland, close in, and it includes out to the Cully neighborhood as well. And they're very unique neighborhoods, which is what makes Portland a beautiful, wonderful place to be, is that the characters of these neighborhoods are really unique. So for instance, within walking distance of my home, I'm in the Elliott neighborhood, we have the Williams Avenue strip. And on that strip, which has just developed massively in the past few years only, we see real changes to the neighborhood, both good and bad. So lots of folks coming in from out of state. We know that Oregon is like the #1 place to move, and we have tons of new folks moving in monthly to our state, and probably a lot of them are ending up on Williams Avenue and in north and northeast Portland. So, we're learning that folks who are new to our area are coming in for some of the same reasons that people like me have moved here. Great quality of life, lots of natural beauty. You can enjoy the coast and the mountains all in the same day. These are some of the things that make our state great. And other neighborhoods all have their characters. Like we have Alberta, we have the folks who have lived in our district for a very long time historically as well, who have to be part of the description and should always be part of the description of House District 43.
Thank you. So I want to turn now to the Oregon Department of Environmental Quality. I know this has been in the press lately with some issues about air quality in Portland. Do you feel the legislator should give additional tools to this department?
I do. In fact, so first let me start by saying I live very close to one of the hotspots in North Portland. I live in Northeast, and I think very deeply about this when my little one, she's 3.5, and my husband and I go out and we take a walk, and used to be I didn't think twice about having her dig in the dirt or pick flowers, and now it's in the back of my mind. And that's not how it should be. And that's certainly not why people have moved here and have built lives over generations here, is because we feel as though this place should be clean and should allow for positive health outcomes and a full and healthy life. And back to your question about the state and DEQ, I believe that DEQ really didn't do its job as well as it should have for our communities, and that protecting public health should be a priority instead of just mandating certain levels of toxins. And we know that a lot of that is based on federal guidelines. So I recognize that although they were staying within the law per se, was that really the best way to protect public health? And I don't think it was. And it certainly is not. And so looking at toxicity levels through a public health lens is more accurate and it's more appropriate, and that's where I want to see the state go.
Okay, thanks. So let's talk a little bit about taxes. What's your vision for the ideal Oregon tax structure?
I need to learn a lot more about taxes. I'll say that. I don't have an expertise in that area, but aside from taking tax law in law school, which gave me some insight, I and what I hear a lot from my constituents, future potential constituents, and folks when I knock on doors and talk with folks, taxes come up quite a bit actually, you might be surprised to know. And what I've been hearing is that folks don't believe that the tax structure is fair. And they don't believe that our local schools are getting enough in terms of funding because we have a greater need. And one thing that comes up is corporate taxes. And so I am aware of Initiative Petition 28. In fact, I'm not only aware of it, I'm a strong supporter of it. And this is the the initiative for a ballot measure that would raise corporate taxes on corporations who are making over 25 million in revenue in state. So corporations like Comcast and Walmart, for instance, would be in this. What I do know is right now, Oregon has the lowest corporate taxes in the nation. And even with this measure passing, we would still be the lowest on the West Coast. So it is a way for our communities to get their fairer share. I still don't believe it's fair enough, but their fairer share and have corporations pay into the services that they benefit from in our state. And this would raise our revenue about $5 billion as projected. So this is not loose change we're talking about. This could have a real lasting impact on funding education, healthcare, and elder care in our state. And I am excited to see it pass, and I'm doing all I can to help it get there.
Okay, thank you. So in the last couple minutes, what do you think the legislator could do to create more jobs and promote economic development for the state?
So we know that folks are moving here, and we know that they're coming, a lot of those folks are coming qualified, they're getting jobs. Oregon now, in Portland, I know we have, our unemployment rate is about 4%, so unemployment is going down. What I really envision for our state in terms of jobs and economic development is to create a more robust pipeline for our young people to access family wage jobs. So accessing career technical education, bolstering those programs, those hands-on learning opportunities in schools, I think is priceless. And also it gives young folks the opportunity to build their own soft skills and to discover what it is they want to explore as adults. And then through CTE, career technical education, pipeline to apprenticeship programs. I mean, we need to shore up our unions and to strengthen their voice in our state, and accessing family wage jobs, certainly by more women and people of color, is something I want to support. And in that, as I do also want to say that in schools, I find that we are missing arts education in our schools, so arts and music. What a travesty for young people to not know if they have a passion or a talent for arts just because they've never had the opportunity to explore that. Where else should they explore it but schools? I really believe that our education system needs to be more well-rounded. Art was certainly a part of my upbringing, physical education, and we're trying to build and encourage well-rounded people, humans, members of our communities, not just like, readers or math whizzes and end there. I think we need to explore what it means to be a thriving human.
Well, thank you, Roberta. And thank you for watching. Again, this is the Video Voters Guide. My name is Amy. I'm a volunteer with the League of Women Voters. Remember, the Oregon primary is on May 17th, and the final day to register to vote is April 26th. Thank you.